Hello. Hi guys. Welcome. Hello. Hi Abby and Helen. Hi Selena, Cassandra, Emma. Welcome peoples. So I just wanted to start a couple of minutes earlier because I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Because you know, it didn't work the last few times. Hi Amanda. Hi Kenny. Welcome. Hi Janine. Hi Loretta. Got my water. So before we start, I have a couple of things. Look, I finished this. I started this one on Monday, and I'd finished it on video for patrons. So next week that will come out. Probably the end of the week because I'm going to have a pretty huge weekend this weekend with the Color-a-thon. So I'm thinking it'll be close to the end of the week. But they've come up really pretty. Hey, hi Chai. Hello peoples, welcome. Hi Eva. And anybody that I have missed today. So yeah, I ended up using watercolors for the background because I wanted to get this really, fuzzy kind of looking stuff in the background. But also I had some mail this week. Colouring Heaven magazine this month. Dreamtime special. Guess who's in this one? So these are all Hannah Calzone's. And I'm pretty certain most of these are in her books. I haven't checked officially, but a few of them look very, very familiar. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that rabbit's in one of the books. Yeah, that's definitely in one of the books. I started to colour that one. Didn't finish it. And I've done that one. So very cool. Very, very cool. I don't know which. I think this is a light version. For some reason, yeah, I think it's a light version. It could be the dark. Look, it doesn't really matter. Either version. And also, hi Dee Dee, welcome. And also, hi Rochelle, welcome. Hi Barb. Hi Sherry. Hi guys popping in that I've missed. Hello. I also got this. Look. Yay. I was talking about it on Monday. I pre-ordered it in August off Amazon US. And I was talking to Heather from CBC and she was saying that she already got hers. She's in Australia too. And I was like, what? So it turns out she got it from Amazon Australia. So I cancelled my Amazon US ordered it from Amazon Australia, and I got it in 2 days. It's crazy. Hi, Sean. So that will teach me stop pre-ordering on Amazon US because they're crap. It said I wasn't going to get it till April. Crazy. Oh, Barb, I don't have fairy celebrations either. But have you guys seen this? It's pretty awesome. I'm pretty impressed with it. Each page has got a little, like a secret in it that takes you and gives you a clue of what could be on the next page. There's like a tiny little key, which you can hardly see there. And that's pretty much how big it is in every single image. This is the key here. So every single page, it gives you a clue. So that's a clue that the next one's a moon, which it is here. And there's a turtle in here, which basically moves to the next page. So yeah, it's really pretty. Somebody asked me which one I would do first, and I really cannot decide. I haven't actually done many of Kirby's images. I've done a few, but not many. I do actually quite like the moon there at the start. And I think I like the rams. I think they're awesome, which we're getting to in a sec. I love this too. This one's pretty cool. This one might be my first. Maybe. Who knows? Hi, Jibber. All of them. All of them. I want all of them. I'll just start them all at once. Hi, Patty. Welcome. Just do them all. Every single one. All of them. Hi, Kelly. Oops, missed a page. Sorry, my camera's set up for close-up today, and I just thought I'd quickly show these before we started. But oh, he's pretty cool too. This deer. The big octopus there. Camel. A camel. This one's really cool. Look at this crystal hand. It's kind of creepy, but it's cool. Posty's early today. Hello. This one's kind of cool too. Little worlds inside bubbles. Look at that kitty. This monkey's pretty cute. Oh, the apple. I liked the apple too. That was another one. How cool is that apple? There's a little lady in there picking apples. Little echidna. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. We're just showing off Kirby Rosane's new book quickly before we start. World Within Worlds, is it? Worlds Within Worlds. Cyril. And this is just a rough flip too. I've seen heaps of people do flips already of it. The only thing with Kirby's books is that they're all double-sided, and it's just so hard for me because, you know, I love my markers. There might be a lot of watercolour in this one, I think. Watercolour's quick and easy. Oh, these are cute, the little glass bowls. The little, like, atriums? Atrium? Is that what it's called with the plants? Like, I don't know. A fairy house. Bees. It took me a while to find the key in this one. This was one that I had trouble finding the key. There's a key in both. There's one in this and one in that because they're different pages. The double spreads only have one key in them. So, hi May, welcome. So yeah, the doubles only have one key in them hidden, but the single pages have a key in each page. But yeah, it took me a while to find this one. This one wasn't very obvious, but it's there. You're right, Jo Beth. That would be a pretty good idea. Well, I could do that. I could do that. That would be easy. Hi, Deb. Welcome. Oh, dear. Hi, Diane. Welcome. What a great idea. Look at these little ant houses. Could you imagine how tiny they actually are? Look at these cute little ants. Oh, these fish are cool. Fish are friends, not food. It started already. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Oh, look at the little sloth. He's got a key in him. Well, that's a clue. Oh, the pencils are getting all squished up here. Oh, I wish my camera was further away now. Some whales. Whales and water lilies. Different. Sean, very funny. Did you know that in my year 12 art project, actually it might have been year 11 art project, I actually had to do a self-portrait. It was one of the projects, and my self-portrait, half of the face was normal and the other half was a clown. I'm serious, it was, because that's, you know, true face hiding under that mask. Bit of a joker. Alright, I love the candles too, they're cool. And for my other project that year, I actually did a rainbow fish, a rainbow trout. Now the lion's cool too. I really can't decide. They're all too good. You should be scared of me then. I ended up getting it from Amazon Australia, which is already out. Because I was just saying I pre-ordered it on US and it wasn't coming until April for me because I'm in Australia. So these like iguana. Iguana. And pyramids. And fish. Okay, I'm confused. The world's flooded. Oh, look. The little Russian dolls. I don't know what they're called, but they're cute. Are they Russian? Polish? I'm probably way off. I've got clowns everywhere. I like clowns. I had a Harlequin doll clown. You know, the ones with the big white faces, and they usually wore a tear, and they had, you know, Harlequin dolls. I used to have one of those. And I've got some clowns. I don't mind them. Russian. Aha. Russian. I was right. Nesting dolls. Dinosaurs and planets. And palm trees. It's a pretty cool mix. Oh, I like the unicorns too. They're very cute. Look at those unicorns. And the cheetah. He's cheating. He's been pushed along with lanterns. Ronald McDonald. I love Ronald McDonald. Here's the rams. Aren't they cool? Vicious. Stubborn. And some shoes. Old Mother Hubbard. Into the cupboard. Anyway. And that is really detailed, and I have no idea what that says because I don't read some sort of Egyptian hieroglyphics, but it's cool anyway. And there's a dragon in that one too, which I like. And then there's a list at the back of all the images and what where the keys are in that as well. So I actually quite like this moon. I think it's kind of cool. But anyway, worlds within worlds. And Dreamtime special, and Janna's pretty image, heart to heart. Came out cool, didn't it? Alright, that'll be out for patrons late next week. Okay, let's get started on today's colour-a-thon. Are you guys excited about February? Images are already starting to come out with 50% discounts. It's pretty awesome. There's heaps of images. Are we excited? Who's going to be doing the whole colour-a-thon? Who's going to stay awake the whole time? Yeah, hell no, not me. I mean, you know, I'll try to stay awake for a couple. But I'm streaming a lot. I'm streaming a lot. I don't even remember how many times I'm streaming. Too many times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm streaming 4 or 5 times. Let me look, because I don't know. I've been rushed off my feet this morning. Took my son to school. Had to fix up car stuff going on. Alright, I'm streaming 1 for 3 hours. 2 for 2 hours. 3 for 3 hours. 4 for 2 hours. 4 times. And I'm the last one to stream for the weekend. Yay! Yeah, I think I'm going to be poor too. Just poor with sleep. So on one day, I'm streaming for 2 hours, and then Heather from CBC is going to stream for 3 hours, and then I'm going to stream for another 3 hours. So that particular day, I'll be streaming 5 hours in total. And I decided I needed a break in between so I could eat. So Heather's going to do that. And that is over, I think for the UK, most people are going to be asleep. So it'll be the time when it'll be quiet, I'm sure. But here in Australia, it's the afternoon. So evening. But for most of you guys, it's going to be evening and really early mornings. So there you go. So yeah, it's cool. You'll stay awake for at least one. Well, I won't be at the first one, which is Colour and Felt. So Heather from Colour and Felt is the first streamer for the colour-a-thon. And she starts at 4 a.m. my time, so I won't be there. And then Laura's going to be on, and I might be able to get the last little part of Laura's maybe, but it'll be like 7 o'clock in the morning here. So I might not see a lot of that one either. And then I'm going to be helping... Oh, and then... Heather from CBC is going to be on for a couple of hours, so I might be able to get into that one. And then after that, though, Jennifer's here right now. She's going to be streaming, and I'm going to be helping mod with that one, so that will be fun. And I've seen what she's got up to, and it looks really cool. I'm very excited about that one. And then we go on from there. So... Hi Kyle, welcome. So we've got heaps going on, and you guys, we've got the whole, I think it's 52 hours in total covered with streamers. So there'll be someone streaming doing something February colouring. That didn't make any sense. They'll be doing one of the February images. I have 4 streams, and 2 of them are 3 hours long, so I'll probably colour 2 images in the 3-hour stream, 2 quicker images, and then I'll concentrate on something a little bit more detailed for maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. There's so many images to choose from, and I kind of have a big choice. So yeah, fun. Hi Selena, welcome. So yeah, Sean's doing a 4-hour stream. That will be fun. I don't know if I'll be around for all of that. I'm not sure what time that one is in the morning for me. It's not too early. Hang on, wait. Oh no, yeah, I won't be at yours, Sean. I might get to maybe the first hour, maybe. But you'll be streaming like at midnight my time, and I will have already streamed 3 hours that day. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna have no sleep. It'll be hypo, chocolate, lollies, and tea, because I don't drink coffee. There is on Facebook, there is a Facebook page with all the info on it. There is also a schedule, which I can get for you now. I just need to find it. This schedule is subject to change, so if something happens and someone ends up not being able to do it, we might have to fill in and things like that. So, where are you? Calendar. Thanks. Here we go. Oh, Abby, you're too quick. I was just trying to find it and you get in there before me. And also, go away. There's a Facebook page as well. Kenny's got it too. There's a page. It's a Facebook page, so you don't have to join a group or anything. You just like the page, and it's got all the news on it, all the artists that are going to be having their images. Some of the artists have already released their images. I was looking on Etsy before. I know that Monya, Jennifer, Laura, Emily. Who else did I see had already released theirs? They've all released theirs and the discount's already started. Laura, Dawn Davidson, Emily, Jennifer. So yeah, guys, they're already up. So go check them out and see. Nathaniel's won't go on special until... Oh, he's got some new ones in there. And they're already fairly cheap. Oh, yep, nope. It looks like they're already on sale. Nathaniel Wake. There's a few fairies in there for you guys. Very exciting. And he's just been revamping his shop too, which is exciting for him. He's just reopened his Etsy store too. So all of the links will be posted underneath the videos too. So when you go to a live stream, the video description will have all of the links for all of the Etsy shops as well. So you'll be able to check them all out. All right, now, shall we get started? Let's concentrate on Janna's beautiful image. So today we'll do a bit of a giveaway halfway through, and I'm excited. Janna's also in February, which kind of worked out really well, didn't it? I've decided to start on the background. The reason for that is it's pretty dark, and I kind of wanted to start from here down, maybe is why. I don't know, but I decided to start on the background. I guess also I wanted to start on the background so we could see where the wings are defined and things like that too. And it is a fairly dark grayscale, so for those that haven't done a dark grayscale, this should be interesting for you. I love grayscale. I love this type of grayscale. This type of grayscale is awesome. So this type of grayscale is where the artist has painted or drawn or coloured a picture and then they've turned it into a grayscale image. So they've taken a copy of it and basically black and white, made it black and white. And I think that's why I like them so much, because they're much more realistic. They give the colorist a lot more detail. And when they're finished, they look amazing. They do. I mean, look at this one. This was a grayscale one too. Look at that. And I've tried to cover over every single little bit of grey so you can't see it. And I think that's why I like it so much. There's no like lines, no defined lines. So, yeah, Monya's is there. I also, a lot of them are there. Yeah, this is a grayscale. Whoever asked that, this is great. This was grayscale. I don't know why I've got that song in my head. I don't know. Let me see if I can find some more. Not sure. Oh yeah, this one was complete grayscale. This image was a completely grayscaled image. Let's see if I can find the... Oh, look at the back. I've actually got a copy of it at the back here. Get out, it's stuck. It's stuck. So there's a grayscale version there. And this is what it looks like now. This book is an A4 sized folder. And these are letter sized pages, so they don't fit very well. Let me see if I can find another one. That was a grayscale one. This one from Janna was a grayscale one. That was completely grayscale. This one was grayscale. So there were pictures of a painting and turned into grayscale. Michelle Tracy, hers are all grayscale. They do have line art images in their shops, but I like the grayscale. Grayscale's good. Grayscale's awesome. And of course, our last colour along was grayscale. Not quite as dark as this beauty, but grayscale nonetheless. So Janna's original image for this is absolutely stunning, and I'm going to draw from that. So I'm going to use her colours as a bit of inspiration. Now, for this you can use something like Zest It. Oh, I thought there was a label on the front then, but it's on the top. Zest It. If you're not confident at getting pigment down and getting it nice and smooth, you can use something like this. I'm not going to use it, but I wanted to suggest it because I know that some may have a problem with getting it smooth, and that's fine. Something like this will work really well. Also, baby oil and the trusty full blender. Caran full blender also will help to get some nice thick looking colour over the grey, because you want to completely cover over the grey. I'm going to use a Caran Luminance white with my Polychromos today to get my smooth looking layers. The other option is that you could use a Prismacolor white, but you need a soft white pencil to do this. The Holbein soft white pencil is really nice and soft. That would work well too. but I'm going to use Luminance today. Luminance, hi Ray, welcome. So, pencil colours I'm going to use. Also, if you're not into Polychromos or don't have them, I've listed how many other colours? I think 5 other brands. Prismacolor, Black Widow, Pablo's, Holben's and Faber as colour alternatives. And I've listed them on Patreon and also in the Facebook group as well in the event. So you can check that out. Awesome. Now, the colours aren't going to be exactly the same for each brand, but we'll get the same kind of look. I'm just sharpening my pencils. I've got... Actually, I forgot to get my block out. Oh well. I'll get it out in a second. It's hiding. For the actual sky part, I'm going to use indigo or dark indigo, which is 157, Prussian blue, which is 246, and cobalt blue greenish, which is 144. I'm also going to use the Luminance white, but I've got my little baby sized one, which I want to keep using because I want to finish it. And I've also got a bit of black. Well, maybe I haven't got a bit of black. I don't know. I might not use black anyway. So let's not worry about it. Oh, here it is. Look, it was hiding. Black. And for the moon, I'm going to be using magenta 133 and crimson 134. I know my tiny bits of pencils. I told you, these are my Polychromos though. I was saying to you the other day that I've had these for like nearly 4 years now. At least 3, over 3. And I use them a lot. Look, my black pencil's getting down there. But in 3 years, some of these pencils, I still have a whole pencil. Like, some of the colours that I like the most, like purples, blues, pinks, skin colours. I think I've replaced like 3 pencils. So I think I've replaced a cinnamon, a light flesh. I think that might actually be it. I can't see any others that look like they're in... Oh, no, I haven't replaced any others. So in that whole time, I've replaced 2 pencils. So very sturdy. Mostly flesh colours, yeah. I don't have any patty. I don't use glitter really. I only use just white. Glitter doesn't show up when I do when I take photos and when I do scans of my images. So, but stickles are good, yeah. And what are these ones called again? Wink of Stella. They've got lots of different things. I saw some things called something drops. I can't remember what they're called. They were really cool. And then obviously you can get things like the guys, you guys know what I'm talking about. The heat one. It's completely gone. My brain's completely whacked. Oh dear. Let's start. Let's zoom in. Lots of prep today. Under the full moon. Oh no, my camera's silly today. Alright, I have to move it that way a little bit. Sorry guys, don't get dizzy. There we go. Let it settle. Let it settle. Alright, just moving my stuff out of the way. I'm going to start with magenta. Oh gosh, look how bleh that is. Look how bleh that is. Let's see if I can. Oh, look. Magenta. Oh, that's clearer. And I'm just going to do really light pressure. Just very lightly around the outside of my moon. Like ultra light. If you're having trouble with ultralight, try holding your pencil so it's almost horizontal. So as close as flat to the page as you can. I'm just going to gently follow the outside of the moon. And in this section here, I've done an ultra light. I still want to see it, but I don't want it to be too prominent. I missed that, what? For this image, the colors I'm using, this is free. The image is actually 50% off in the shop. Everything's in the description. So if you want to know what's happening, there's a link in there for my Patreon, and I've actually posted that as a public post so you can see the colors that I'm using and any conversions that you want as well. And also the link to the image and things like that is in there as well. So check it out. So still using magenta. I'm just coming over the darkest parts of the moon now. Just with really light pressure. Hi Dawn, welcome. Hello everybody who's come in and I might have missed. There's also a conversion chart in my Facebook group event as well. You know why I've got that song in my head, that Twilight song? Because I was watching Vampire Diaries and it was on there. That song was on there. And now it's in my head. Oh dear me. Oh no, Helen, what happened? You're full now. I'm so glad you're full. What did you eat? All of a sudden it's like, I'm full now. Okay. Hi Christy, welcome. I'm full. I like to use circular motions, and then if I need to put deeper color on, I'll just go over it again. So if I want a section darker than I've put it down as, then I can just come back in and go straight back over it again, and more color will appear. The paper I'm using today is Strathmore Bristol Vellum. The reason is because my Strathmore mixed media paper that I normally use still hasn't arrived. I'm still waiting for it. I ran out. So, dear. I did think it would be here by now, but it's not. So we'll just go with the Vellum. The Bristol Vellum's a little bit more expensive and it's a little bit thicker, but it's very similar in the way that things lay down on it. So, and I have another Strathmore mixed media, but the papers are really, really thin and it doesn't quite work as much pencil on it. It's from the Strathmore Vision series. It's like a student grade sketchbook type thing, but it's too thin. If you're going to be using Vaseline or Zest It on your image, you want something a little bit sturdier so it doesn't get too wet too quick. Okay, so I've only done the darkest areas. I've left the lighter grey areas here for crimson. Oh no, Helen, that's sad. Hi, Crashly, welcome. This is crimson next. I'm just reading what everyone's saying about the storms and flooding. Our world is going crazy. It's kind of blurry today. I think it's my screen. I think I need a new screen. Let's make it a little less dark. That might help. A little more dark so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, crimson. This time I'm coming over with the crimson in the lighter areas. Most of the moon's going to be white, but I want a little bit of this colour through it. Yeah, I was going to start with skin, but I thought, I think we'll start with the background. Because we always do the background last. So this time I thought we'd do the background first. Why not? Mix it up a little bit. So we want to cover over all of the grey area. So we just want to make sure we put colour on all of those areas. And it's kind of patchy here, so there's some sections where there's white and grey. I'm going to make sure I miss the white areas. And just come over the grey. Just turning my page as I go. It's just a little bit easier with my pencil flat like this. Sean. I usually do background last purely because I usually haven't figured out all the colours that I'm going to be using, and I want to make sure the background sort of complements what we're going to be using. But in this case, the whole image is kind of going to be purple, green and blue themed, so I think it's quite safe for us to do it first. And it's a sky, like where can you go wrong? It's a beautiful sky. I picked this image for the color along because it's February themed and Valentine's Day themed. And if you don't know, Janna Prosvirina's Etsy shop is called Janna Fairy Art, which implies that she does fairy art. So pretty much guaranteed to get some sort of fairy or witch. She does lots of witches too. Elves. She has some stunning books. I love her grayscale books. Okay, there's only a couple of areas that are left white. This area here is a little bit whiter. In here, there's some little white spots through here as well. She does love fairies. We have all the gossip on colouring, that's right. Etsy is the best place to get colouring pages. Alright. Usually the reason I pick Etsy, or artists that sell on Etsy, or otherwise I'll do a free image from an artist. Obviously they supply them. I just sort of point that out there. I don't take the images. And the reason I usually pick ones that sell on Etsy is because it's easy for you guys to get them if I do an image of some sort. I find that some people can't get colouring books, so it's a lot easier to get a colouring page. I'm using my Luminance white now, my miniature one. Luminance, Caran Dash, Luminance White 001. This is just my miniature version in an aluminium tube because my hubby's a genius. We're going to cover over everything. So if you're using Prismacolor or another soft white pencil, same thing. I'm just going to colour over everything right to the edge. Missing the black sections that we're not going to be colouring over today, of course. Smudging the colour in. It's the reason we're using a soft white pencil, so we can smudge it. You'll find if you were to use a Polychromos white, you won't get that smudged effect. It's too hard. It doesn't push the pigment around enough. We want to push the pigment, make it smudged. And I'm putting firm pressure down, by the way. If you know another brand that has a really nice soft white pencil, then try that. The Black Widow white's not too bad. I'm not sure how this will work with it. I haven't tried it. Itchy. Drink time. Must drink in hot weather. You guys are all complaining about storms and flooding. We have fires and hot here. Not too bad today though. Let me look. Today it's going to be 80 Fahrenheit. Pretty good. But the humidity is extremely high. Like so high that there was actually like fog this morning. There's water fogging up on the insides of the windows. Like it's extremely humid. It's like living in a jungle. This is when mold grows in air conditioners. So I'm getting rid of all the scratchy lines. Smudging them out with the white. This is one of my favorite techniques. And I think I've used this in the last few images actually, in the backgrounds. Using white as the blender. This is my sharpener. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Hi, Miss. How are you? Hello, I'm Miss Rocky. Sorry. Let's go back to my drawing. Colouring. Not my drawing. Let's go back to Janna's drawing. Yes, I like white. White as a blender. Actually, when I first got my Polychromos pencils, because they were the very first, like, I guess, artist quality pencils I ever got. When I first got them, I also purchased a Luminance white pencil, and oh my gosh, white pencil for everything. And then I discovered the full blender, and was extremely peeved. I used to buy so many of them because they just kept breaking on me, and now I figured out how to stop them from breaking. I haven't brought one for yonkies. Yonkies means a long time. Aussie here. Aussie slang. No. I reckon that's why Polychromos are one of my favourite pencils still, because they were my first. Do you guys find that if you have a first, that they end up being your favourite? I would recommend Polychromos to any starting out. They're a hard pencil, they last a long time. Well worth the money investment wise, because they last so long. They also come in open stock too, so if you run out of one colour you only need to replace one colour. Like I was saying, I think it's a light flesh I've run out of once already, and the light flesh is actually already low again. And so is the cinnamon, actually, saying that. See, look, light flesh. And this is my cinnamon. It's in an extender. It's little. But, you know, we use them all the time, so it's to be expected. Get my pencil case there out the way. Oh. So I missed date night in January. Bummer. We didn't have a date night. But apparently we're going to have a date night on Valentine's Day. It seems a bit unfair that I miss out on my date night. It gets replaced with Valentine's Day. So I wonder what movie we'll go see this time. Definitely going to see a movie. There's so many out at the moment. Done. Hi Judy, welcome. And do you like Prismacolor? No worries, Jen. Oh, I'm talking about like first, like, yeah, artist quality pencil. I had Marco Raffine first. I hated them. And I figured out how I could get some effects with them, but I struggled with them. I ended up getting some classic Faber Castell. I actually like them better. Now with the white, I'm just going to come on the outside of the moon. So just doing a layer around the very outside, pushing firmly. I just want to protect that area, make sure it stays white. Alright, let's go into our blues. And I could use black here as well, but we'll go with blues. I've got dark indigo. Oh. If you have a look in the description, Crashly, there is all the links. I've even posted a link for Polychromos pencils, so you can have a look at them. And also the paper that I've used as well. Here it is here in the description. And I've just posted it up there for you. Okay, so same technique in the moon as we've done there. We want to do that in the sky. So I've got in the darkest sections. So these ones, they're darker. All these darkest patches, I'm going to use the dark indigo. I'm going to do quite a few layers, so still using fairly light to medium pressure, but just going over it a few times because I want that to be nice and dark. This bit's kind of curling around. Now this was actually originally done with watercolors, so that's why it kind of looks patchy and I don't know, it looks awesome. I love galaxy and sky backgrounds. But you can see where the darker colours kind of bleeding into the lighter colours, even though it's grey. You can still see where it's happening. Make sure I'm just getting all those dark spots. I got my pencil extenders. Actually, I was going to tell you this too, Icelina. The ones that I get are they're aluminium. They're actually hollow, so you can actually put a pencil in them. So this is the extender, this is the pencil length, right? The hollow ones, you can actually put a pencil in them when you open it up enough. Okay, maybe not that pencil because that's too thick. That's a great example. Wait. Why are they not fitting, peoples? Oh, duh. My bad. You got to open the pencil extender. It was closed. That's the pop it in, and it goes all the way. The pencil goes all the way into the bottom. So this whole section of pencil is protected. So with your new blender, if you have an extender that's hollow, the blender won't stick out. It will just, you'll push it all the way down into there and you'll only have the end of the blender out, which means that all this area will be protected from breakage. You gotta undo it to put a pencil in, by the way. I knew that. You knew that. Why didn't you tell me? Also, I've just got a makeup brush for a dust brush. The Luminance white causes a bit of dust because it's wax based. Polychromos don't have a lot of dust. Unless you break the tip, which I always do. I do, I don't know why. Okay, over here, I'm going to put a little bit down in here. Got lots of leaves, and we've also got the wings here, so I don't want to go over the wings too much. Alright, next. I'm just going to scribble on my picture. Damn, I dropped my pencil on there. I left a mark. Anyway, Prussian blues next. 246, and I'm going to repeat the same process in the lighter sections now. So coming over the dark as well, and then coming into the next lightest area. Just kind of skipping the white shiny stars, of course. We don't want to go over those. Some of the little ones it's a little bit harder to do, but see, I did that and it didn't fix my Prismacolors with the oven thing. I even kept it in the sun. It just still was broken. I had trouble with a Dahlia purple. It just kept breaking. I ended up just replacing it. I ended up sharpening all the way down to nothing in the end. Tried it in the oven. I tried it in the microwave. I tried putting it in the sun. I tried all sorts of things and nothing worked. It was just shattered inside, I would guess. Coming a little bit into here, not too much. I don't think there is any grayscale images for February. I would have loved to have done something like this. Just right there. Oh, not quite so hypo today, which is good. Monday I came away from this live stream like my eyes popping out of my head. I was like buzzing. Buzz. I had movie quotes and you know, I don't know, just Java, 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 Java. George of the Jungle. Just making sure I miss these wings. It's kind of hard because they kind of come right into there, but you've just got to use some imagination there and see if you can follow that shape around. I'm kind of going to stop down here because I'm actually going to do some purples down in the bottom here. So we'll stop with the blue around there. It's looking good. Speedy Gonzalez, arriba, arriba, ándale, ándale. Yeah. I think that might be a leaf there. I was just looking at it and couldn't decipher what was there. But I think that's a leaf in there, just down here. And that's a wing. Hopefully that will help you look. If you went over it, to be honest, you wouldn't be able to notice it, so don't stress too much. The idea is that we colour over all of that black anyway, so we would figure it out. Alright. Looking good. That's a leaf as well. Is it messy yet? Tell you what, it's looking messy. All right, a bit more in there. Let's pick up our next blue. $55 already? How's that happen? Do we have that many people watching? No. Night, May. Alright, next colour I've got is cobalt blue greenish. Oh, look at that. You can't even see it because it's very... Oh, hello. Can you see it now? This is 144. Coming in a little bit further now. And I'm going to stop around the outside edge. I want white around the edge. And this is really light still, pressure. No pressure. No pressure, guys. Don't put pressure on yourselves. Not worth it. I do it every day. I'm just a hypocrite. Don't listen to what I do. Listen to what I say, not what I do. I think we are our biggest critics, aren't we? There's things I could do better, but I don't. Why? Because I put too much pressure on myself. Alright. How's that look? A nice aura? I nearly said aurora. Nice aura going around the moon there with the white coming in and then turning into blue, which we'll get with the white in a minute. But I just want to make sure I've covered over all of the rest of the grey in the sky. This is where you might want to use your zest it. If you have trouble with your hands and you have trouble with firm pressure, you might want to use zest it to get a nice smooth look here in a minute. Over this side. We have lots of new people today. Welcome to colouring with me. I always forget to introduce myself too. People think I'm just Faith, but it's actually Belinda. My daughter's Faith. But B. My family calls me B. Okay. Now in here. Can you see this? This here, I think, is the moon. I've just got a little bit of the crimson and white again, just to do this bit. Yeah. Don't want to miss the moon bit, and we can stop there then. That looks good. And I think kind of comes up and around in here, so just do that. And a little bit of blue in there too. So we've got our moon coming up and around there. I'm going to make all of this wing hair, and this actually might be a bit of wing here, I think. So I might helps if your eraser's working, you know, pushed out enough. Gonna make that a bit of wing, so I'm just erasing some of the blue I just did over there, making sure it's wing. Kind of comes up and around like that. I don't know if you can see that there. Just drawing around them a little bit. All right, now looks good. Bringing this, I've still got the cobalt bluish green. I'm just going to bring it all the way down now. We're going to be mixing this with white. Hey, let's do a giveaway. We've got so many people around. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Hello, Joanna? Hello? G'day! G'day, g'day. And how are you going? Anyway. come from the land down under. That song was on the other day. On my radio. Alright, I'm going to use the magenta just lightly down in here. Just going to bring it up into that blue a little bit. Okay, I think that's his foot. Oops, I went on the rose. Just be careful of everything around it. We've got lots of what? Whoa, no, don't do down there. I'm lucky you can't see that because I don't want you to do down there anyway. Just here. We're just going to need to be careful where you put your colour. That's a leaf. Just bringing it up into the blue a little bit as well. And that's part of the leaf. I think this is background down in here and down here. That looks like a leaf there. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere slowly. I'm going to add a little bit of the darkest blue, the dark indigo, down here as well, mixing the two colours together a little bit. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about the Black Widows. I didn't know there was any more coming out until Monday when you guys were talking about it. Just filling in some gaps now with that indigo, dark indigo. Oh, I'm awfully quiet today. I'm so sorry. A bit of a change from Monday. I've actually kind of been a little bit out of it. You know, this weather, this like humidity. I don't know how like plants and things thrive on it, but ugh, I don't. I certainly don't. Now it looks a little rough, eh? If you're using Zest It or baby oil, with baby oil you just use some cotton tips with the tiniest amount of baby oil, like tiniest. With my Zest It, I actually put a cotton pad in the top of mine, so I really do only get a little bit, like my brush is just barely wet, like it's not even wet. It's hard to explain. And with Zest It, just want to go over and rub it in like that. And it's just going to smooth it off. Get rid of all your lines and make it nice and smooth. See that? If you're using baby oil, the same thing, except I would use a cotton bud. And if you're using the full blender, like the Caran d'Ache full blender, which I'm going to use, I'm going to clean it first. It's exactly the same thing. Just coming over. And smudging it all together. So whichever way you do it. If you're using the full blender though, you might need to sharpen it to get in between these little spots down here. I'm just going to use the Zest It while I've got it out on the brush. So you can sharpen the full blender. Just in a normal sharpener. I will show you. I've just got my little foggy one. It just sharpens just like any other pencil. So you can sharpen it and you can get in between these tiny little areas. And don't break it like me. It's actually quite soft because it's hot in here. Feeling hot, hot, hot. So today I'm going to be giving away an image of your choice from Janna's Etsy store, a colouring page of your choice from Janna's Etsy page. Colouring page of your choice. Why can't I speak today? Yeah, that made sense, didn't it? And she just brought out a heap of new images. This cutie was one of them. So this one was one of the new images in her shop. This one's called Heart to Heart. So yeah, let's do a giveaway. I'm going to play the giveaway. This is my diamond painting sitting here at the back. I'm trying to flatten out. I'm going to do the giveaway video now for you because that's what I do. Excuse the spelling mistakes and the grammar in this little video. It's bad. Here we go. Alright guys, so pick a number between 1 and 100. Only one number per person. The first person to call that number owns it. You can't change your number. No chatting during number calling until the winning number's drawn. No numbers before the words go, 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 or after stop, stop, stop will be counted. Those yelling out numbers, it's not time yet. I haven't said go, go, go or stop, stop, stop. I will be typing it in the chat box, so make sure you're on live chat. The number closest to the generated number without going over it wins. If there is no winner, it will be redrawn. So live chat, guys, make sure. Click on that little box at the top there. Make sure that little arrow, click on that little arrow and go down to live. It should say live chat above your chat box. Any giveaway or promotion is in no way sponsored, endorsed or administered by or associated with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram or Janna Prosvirina or Janna Feria. Okay. I'm just going to turn this back off. Main camera. Hello. Before we start that, is everybody ready? Are you ready to rumble? I don't know, TV show. Whatever it was good when I was a kid and it just stuck in my head. Because that's what happens. Space Jam? Maybe. No, it was off a TV series we used to have here. It was like a obstacle course thing that families had to do. It was stupid. It was a stupid show. But yeah, they used to say that. Abby, what are you doing? All right, here we go, peoples. Go. I'm going to give you a minute and a bit because there's about 60 people here today, so I'm sure it's going to get confusing. People are going to get confused. We're going to be herding cats today, I think. I think we are. I haven't re-dipped my brush yet either. I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I was using the blender, but it looks like I'm using Zested again. I don't know. My body just does. And my mind just catches up later. Wrestling. Yeah. Come on, guys. Pick a number. You better have picked a number because I'm about to push the stop button. Alright guys, no chatting yet. Let's I usually do random.org. Do you guys think that is random? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like some numbers reappear. Anyhow, we'll do random.org today. Number 16. So who was closest to the number 16 without going over it? Remember that. Not over it. Loretta, you missed it. No. All right. We had Janine. You got it. Exactly. Janine won. Congratulations. Janine, I know you on Facebook, so send me a message and we'll chat and see which image that you would like. Congratulations, guys. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the big blue house. Hey, we're using blue today too. Let's zoom in again. Move camera. Move camera. Move camera. Hey, we've got some giveaways for the Color-a-thon too. Lisa has given us some images for the Color-a-thon, so each streamer will have an image. Jovian art, is that how you say it? Genovia art? I don't know the other one, how to say it. I'm hopeless. Also, there's a free image. So there'll be 2 images that we can give away each stream. I know a couple of artists have said that their images can be given away too. So pretty cool. We'll have some giveaways. So look forward to those during the streams, because they'll be fun. I'm so sick of blending already. Are you guys? Are you guys sick of blending already? I am. I haven't even started and I'm sick of it already. There you go. That's why I decided to do the background first. We get the boring bits done first. Bending, blending, everybody blending. I'm not blending in the lighter bits. I probably should have mentioned that before. I'm doing all the darker bits to start with, because we're going to come in with the white pencil and do the rest. I want to use what you showed first. Can you show us this? Is this what you're meaning? You wanted me to do this, Isolina, again? Okay. I've just got a cotton pad in there because there's lots of zested and I don't want a lot. I just want a little bit. Let's see how much there is. Probably too much. Because we don't want to wet the paper too much. So let's just dry it off a little bit. And I'm just using like a cheap flat brush. Like seriously cheap. It probably didn't even cost me 20 cents. It is a soft flat brush though. It's not a stiff, you know, bristled brush. It's a soft brush. Zested can be hard to get. If you don't have Zested, you could use baby oil. It does the same thing. Zested's usually available. We can get it here in Australia from the art shop, if you're Australian. The art shop in Bayswater. If not, you can get it from the UK. It's a UK product. It is a UK product. I have both, Sean. I use the fluid and fill up the sponge, or you can just get the fluid and just put a little bit on a cotton pad. It doesn't really matter. They're both the same. They're both the same. It's the same product. It's just that that's probably a bit too much. get rid of some. Same product, just different usage, like different applicators, I guess. But yeah, you could just get the liquid and put it onto a cotton pad or put it in a container, just as long as you're only using the smallest amount. You don't want to use too much because it'll go oily and it won't dry properly. It's the same with baby oil too. If you're using baby oil or Vaseline, just the tiniest little bit. You don't need a lot. A little bit goes a very, very long way. It's like magic, isn't it? It just sort of smooths out that pencil. Look at it. Look at it. We've still got an hour to go, and it doesn't look like we've got much, but we do, because I want to do a couple more layers. So in these darker areas here, I just want to go back in gently over the top and just add a little bit more depth. I just want to make sure we've got nice deep dark blue looking sky. Yes, it's a solvent, that's right. Actually, you know what, even some alcohol can act as a solvent as well. So I find that the colourless blender in the Copics, I've got a colourless blender marker that I use for blending. So this is just a colourless blender, and it's already got a stained nib because I've used it before, but it actually blends as well. So let me just show you. Okay, I don't find it as good because, I don't know, I think it takes some away, maybe, I don't know, but it also works. Make sure you have one dedicated just for blending. You don't want, like, you definitely don't want wax or oil on your nibs on your normal markers, but this one I have specifically for blending. I know that I think it was Winsor and no, Prismacolor used to have a blender like this, an alcohol blender for pencils. Same kind of thing. Did you know that? It's magic, I know. Look at that. So if you don't like the smell of Zest It, and you've got access to a colourless blender, Copic colourless blender, it works too. It's just alcohol. Okay. Why put Gamsol in it? Well, you could, but why? You could just use colourless blender. It does the same thing. Colourless blender ink. Wait, I'll show you. This is what the Colourless blender ink, various ink looks like. This is a big bottle. You can also get it in the little refill bottles as well, which I have a bottle of it somewhere, but I can't find it. It's over there somewhere. It's in my pile of marker blender refills. Zested has a really bad smell. This doesn't smell. You could also use isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Works as well. Oh, not that you can see that. Oh, there you go. Isopropyl alcohol. This is just the brand that I can get here in Australia. Either of those things will work. but I do, look at that, it's got a bit dirty. Well, I can recommend this one for your hands as well as the Zest It. Because you don't put as much pressure on. And you know, I hate blending. We've already blended that a bit with something else, so it's not working quite so well. Okay, we're looking good. I'm just going to clean that nib off a little bit. I'm just going to wipe it on that or on here. Just get rid of some of the wax in it. Did we learn anything yet? Okay, cool. Let's go back to this one. Actually, before we go back, let's go back into white. Hello, white. I love you, white. Luminance white again. And I'm going to push or smudge the colour in towards the moon. So I'm just going to grab it and pull it down. So it smudges into the moon. Get rid of all that dust there. Yeah, I'll wait for it to dry and then I'll put more colour on. And I'll show you. You can do it with Zest It and you can do it with baby oil. You can add more pencil on. Let me just smudge this moon out first. That's actually his hand there. How are we looking? Can we even see there? Sorry. My bad. Got bad camera angles today. Sometimes they're really good and sometimes they're really bad. It does kill the hand. If you're willing to give up a whole marker just for blending, I would suggest it. Why not? I think they're $5, but you can refill it with however many times you want to refill it. This bit I did here with the Copic blender. I'm just going to go back in with some more colour and increase the depth. I'm just coming around this wing. I don't want to colour over it, even though we've already kind of coloured over it. But I want to try and keep it as free as I can, because we're going to do that maybe with some black. Not sure yet. Back in with the Prussian blue. And then with the cobalt blue greenish. Okay, so that's the area that I did with the Copic. I'm just going to come back in and just re-blend it again. This time it's blended a lot darker and it's covered over the grey a lot more. Okay, for those that were asking if you can re-go over it, you can. I'm just going to clean it off again. Okay, and that's going to dry off a lot quicker than the Zested, because the Zested is oil based. So it takes a little while for it to dry. So how about I just use the Copic now for the rest of it, since we've all seen it now and we know which ones we could do. All right, but before we do that, I just want to, the white, we'll come back to that because we were doing white. I want to bring this all the way out to that blue. So there's a real aura around it. Just pushing that pigment around so it's nice and smooth. Hi Heather, welcome. I did see you there. I was just distracted by this craziness of a sky. And just blending and blending. I'm just going to grab a little bit more of the cobalt bluish green. I'm just going to add a little bit more in that little section there. It wasn't just sort of evening up that round circle around the outside. There we go. How's that looking? Just go a little bit more. A little bit more up here. And a little bit more out the side here. Just skipping that hair. The hair's going to be black later. We'll get to that. We'll get to that next week. Okay, that's actually wing in there, so I don't need to do any of that. Maybe just on this edge of the wing here. I think I'm happy with how that white has blended that out now. Alright, let's keep going with the marker because we've already done the marker a fair bit. Let's go in with that marker again. I'm going to need to just lightly blend out the very edge now. Just lightly. So it doesn't look quite so... You want it to kind of blend and look like it's gone out to darker. Just blending it. I'm being nice and gentle now because I don't want to put too much of the opaque white over. I don't want it to be white. I want that blue to come through. But I just want to blend it out. like a mist almost. And because we've already got some of the zested on here, it's just going to make that a little bit smoother for us to do anyway. Worked out well after all. I'm just going to need that zested again just in here, just to blend that edge off. Now, of course, you'll only pick one blending fluid or type, and you won't need to try to mix them in like I've just done, only just for purposes of showing you what you could use, of course. So don't use all of them, pick one. Pick one, don't get confused, please. Pick one method of blending. Add a little bit more of that dark colour in there. Prussian blue. And cobalt blue. Green-ish. Such a long name for a pencil, that one. And I'm going to blend it in with the blender. So that side I did with the marker, this side I've done with the zested. Just so we're clear on where I was at. And they're both pretty much the same. What do we think? We've misted that out enough? It looks pretty misty up there. Mystify me. Anyway. Some in excess there for you. For these little sparkly stars, I'm going to use some white. Just giving it a scribble. And white gel pen or white paint pen, whichever one you would prefer. I'm going to use paint pen. Posca, shaking it, baby, shaking it. Just a spot in each one. I think here we could probably blend out a little bit more too. I think here is a little bit too too light. Oh, it's awesome being able to add on stuff like that, isn't it? I just used Zested. I had the brush, sorry. I had the brush. But the good thing is that I can just keep layering until the tooth is completely flat. Once the tooth is flat, I won't be able to put any more colour on, but because we've used a blender, we haven't really put any pressure on, except for in the white areas. But in those areas, the pigment of the colour is just sitting on the top of the white and smudging in with it a little bit. Just trying to blend out that circle a little bit. Just keep playing with it until you get it right. Over here we've got some more blending to do. We use the colourless blender here, so we've got like a wax base already on here. I'm just adding to that with the dark indigo, a little bit more Prussian blue. Just trying to get this even here. I guess we're trying to create our own little bit of watercolor without using watercolor. Bye, Sean. Joanna, I don't drink coffee. I'm not there with you. Sorry. Oh. I've got a little bit too much Zested on my brush right now. Keen it off a bit. So there's a lot of work in this background, hey? It's almost finished though. We're getting there. Moving gradually to the bottom. A bit more dark in here. I think that it was harder to blend the Zested over the top of the Caran d'Ache full blender. It really protects that page, so where I use the full blender it's not blending out as much. But as I said, obviously you'd just pick one. not 5. Or 3, I think I've used here. See, lucky I didn't get the baby oil out. That would have really confused the mix. It would have. Can you see that where the full blender was? Just in here. I can't get that colour to stay as much. So I'm going to have to use the full blender in there again. Just to get that even. It's because the background complements it, you know, it gives it either depth, or it makes it stand out more, or it complements the image. That's why it looks good with the background. When we come in and we do the wings, we're going to redefine all this area here. We just want to really just colour down at the moment. It was just shiny. I just wiped it off a bit to get rid of some of that. Alright, I think we'll keep doing a little bit of Prussian blue. And a little bit more of the cobalt. The cobalt blue is a lot brighter, so we're getting like patches of dark and bright colour here. And then once we start adding in the really dark greens for the leaves and things like that, this will all kind of look much more blended together. Alright. Pan pastels are awesome for backgrounds. I love pan pastels. I love watercolor. All of those things. I'm not happy with how this is turning out up here. I need to add some more dark color in there, I think. I did watercolor for this background actually. This is Cotman watercolors. I only used 4 colors for the background. So the 2 fairies were done with Sapphire-Farben, the hearts were done with Sapphire-Farben, and also the vines. And then all of the leaves and the actual background is all in watercolor with some Posca pen on top. Watercolors are really quick for backgrounds. Pan pastels are really quick for backgrounds. Depends on what kind of paper you use, all that kind of thing you've got to take into account. So everybody's backgrounds for this will be different, because you'll do different color mixes and different areas of color, which is kind of cool. I like that. It makes those skies look individual. It's official, Zested doesn't work over the full blender. Look, it just wipes it away. It just doesn't stay on the page, it's just soaking up in my brush. Yeah. I kind of want to give up on this is stinky. I'm going to give the marker a go over this side again. We're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely. I need a little bit more colour in here. I'm going to keep using the cobalt blue, greenish. Just build up a little bit more colour there. Just get that bottom area mixed with that top area. I'm running out of ink. I need to fill it. That'll be right. That would be right. Hi guys. Hi Linda. Welcome. I'm just refilling my marker. It ran out while we were doing that then. Smells much better than the Zested, that's for sure. Zested's stinky. Much better. Alright, I'm not happy with this bottom bit here, but I don't want to do too much to it because I want to be adding a little bit more into it once we start to do the leaves and things. So I'm just going to leave it kind of, I don't know, kind of half done until we, is that what we say? Par done? Par grilled? Leave it par done. Let's add in some of these circles. Some of these stars is what I meant. I'm just going to move some of that colour around. It still looks a little bit grey to me in some of these sections, so oh, someone's banging on the door out there. It's a little better. Some stars. Now some of these stars have the little like crosses on them, so let's do a couple of those and show you how to do those. I'll just zoom in a little bit. Oh, look at that. For the stars, I use I use the Jelly Roll pen number 5, and also you can use the Posca as well. So just here there was a couple of those stars. So I'll do the middle, and then usually I do one long line out on each side, and then just a couple of little ones on the inside there. So one long, and there's a couple of those. So there's a tiny one down there. I'm just going to put another one over here. This one here looked like it was one of them. Doesn't want to work. Scribble it on the page for a minute. You'll find that some gel pens, when it comes to drawing over the top of pencil, they clog up a little bit. If that happens, just drip some alcohol on a cotton swab and rub it in, and it'll get rid of all of the wax or oil that's built up in there. Ink Lily. Well, I got these. Art and Fly brush markers. to try. I got this skin set and the 48 pack. So I'm going to try them on the weekend in the Color-a-thon at some stage. I am. But yeah, there's a couple of things I'm going to do, just deepen up a couple of areas here, but that is pretty much it for the background. And coming in down into these darker areas, I think I'm going to need to just, these areas here, I'm going to need to just sort of blend out a little bit more into the lighter areas. So just adding a little bit of the darker color in and just bringing it up into the lighter areas a bit more. But this all down the bottom here will all stand out better and look a lot smoother once we start to fill in some of the color as well. So we've kind of gone around things, which makes them a little bit more, you know, difficult to, I guess, see where you're going with it until you get to that point where you finished it. You know, the ugly duckling stage, that's down here. That's at the bottom here. This is what we call the ugly duckling stage. But up the top here, we should be pretty much right. We may need to add a little bit more white maybe just to spread this out. But basically, I've done everything there that we're going to do. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone who came in. Hello, Joey. I keep missing you. So, yeah. You're still waiting? Yeah, well, me too. So, guys, I'm going to see you all very, very shortly. This Color-a-thon is about to kick off, so not long. Make sure you keep checking out Etsy, and yeah, you're going to see all of your favorite artists are bringing out stuff. Do you guys know who's actually going to be doing discounts? Should I read them out? I can read them out. Let me grab them. Okay. We have the artists that are going to be joining, if you want to check out their Etsy shops. Christine Caran, Dawn Davidson, Deborah Mueller, Do Your Draws, or Color and Chicks, so called as well. Emily Illustrator, Grazia Salvo, Janna Prosvirina, Jennifer Zimmerman, Genovia Art, Laura Rafferty, Lisa Matrogan, Michelle Keller, Monya Gates, Nathaniel Wake, Nalek Shoemaker, I never say that right, Rain Art, Sarah Richter, and Cheryl LaFond. And the streamers are all in the streaming thing there, but we've got Cajun Sunshine and Crafts, CBC Colouring Book Club, CB's Adult Colouring and Craft, myself, Colour with Faithful Girl 1978, Colouring with Vicky, Colour and Felt, Colour and Chat with Sammy, Colour with Sean, Emily Illustrator, Laura Colours 2, Lisa Matroken, Shara Likes to Colour and Chat, The Colouring Book Nook, Tonya and Mary's Coffee and Colour, Victoria Colours, Colouring F, Colour My Dreams, which is Monya Gates. We've also got Jennifer Zimmerman, Modern Colouring. We have heaps of streamers. I will see you all soon. Big thank you to Janna for this beautiful image. Also to Janine, congratulations, send me a message and we'll get you an image out. And thank you so much to Mods and everyone else, and I will see you this weekend. Yay! I'm so excited. I am so super excited. Super excited. Super excited. I forgot, I haven't blended the bottom out. I'm just blending the bottom out. It's still all rough looking. We'll get there. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See ya.